Insert a SIM card tool or paperclip into the hole on the SIM card tray. Pull the tray out of the system. The folio cover is held in place by 4 pieces of double-sided adhesive tape. Because it can be difficult to see the tape placement during removal, we have included an example of the tape placement with the folio cover removed from the system. The 2 pieces of tape on the outside edges of the folio cover are shown here highlighted in green. These pieces of tape have small tabs with a loop that can be hooked with a curved pair of tweezers for removal. The 2 innermost pieces of tape, highlighted in blue, have elongated tabs that reach out to the edges of the system. These tabs require a pair of tweezers with a strong grip to remove. Here is the numbered order in which the tape should be removed. Press inward on the folio cover and hook the first piece of tape with a pair of tweezers. Carefully remove the tape at an angle. Press inward on the folio cover and hook the second piece of tape with a pair of tweezers. Carefully remove the tape at an angle. Gently lift the folio cover until you can grip the elongated tab of the third piece of tape. Carefully remove the tape at an angle. Gently lift the folio cover until you can grip the elongated tab on the fourth piece of tape. Carefully remove the tape at an angle. Flip the folio cover over and hold it back while you remove the 4 retaining screws. Press inward on the metal rails to release the folio cover. Remove 8 screws from the folio cover stand. Lift the stand from the system. Carefully remove the 5 pieces of adhesive tape from the smart glass. Hold the smart glass down gently as you remove the final piece of tape. Lift the smart glass from the system. Remove 2 screws from the access door. Lift the door from the system. Remove 13 M2 by L 3.5 screws from the system board assembly. Set aside 2 of these screws to be used later. Remove 3 M2 by L 3.2 screws from the system board assembly. Remove 2 M1.6 by L 2.6 screws from the system board assembly. Remove 4 M1.6 by L 2.8 screws from the system board assembly. Remove the screw from the support bracket. Lift the support bracket from the system. Disconnect the touch LED cable. Disconnect the USB-C cable. Lift the system board assembly slightly and tuck the USB-C cable underneath it. Disconnect the power and volume button cable. Disconnect the OLED cable. Install the two M2 by L 3.5 screws you set aside earlier into the holes marked with an X on the system board assembly. Lift the system board assembly from the OLED assembly. Be careful not to fold the assembly any more than necessary. Disconnect the USB-C cable from both USB-C boards. Remove the cable from the assembly. Remove 2 screws from the corner USB-C board. Remove it from the assembly. Remove 2 screws from the edge USB-C board. Remove it from the assembly. Now you are left with the OLED assembly, which is its own frue. Place the system board assembly onto your workspace as shown. Loosen 10 captured screws from the thermal subspreader in numeric order. Carefully lift the thermal subspreader from the system. Remove the screw from the M.2 SSD. Pull the M.2 SSD from the socket and remove it. Disconnect the cables from the wireless WAN card. Remove the screw. Pull the card from the socket and remove it. Now you are left with the system board assembly, which is its own frue.